So how do you think that you're gonna apply that to teaching? Like, just because I know, like, up north, there's a whole bunch of like teachers that are teaching things that aren't their like majors. Like, there's like like one of my sister's science teacher is a math major, but she's teaching her science, right? Mm-hmm. Like, do you think that is like a problem, or is that a...
See, now I'm not in a state of flow. I'm thinking about up north and science. Okay, sorry, say that again.
I think this is the challenge for me, is that I feel like I'm always getting lost in my head, and that I need something to bring me back down to earth, to feel present, and to feel flow, and to feel connected. So, I don't know. Like, I was talking with my roommate, and she said,
daydream.
So, like, when you talk about daydreaming, would you say that, like, you live more in your head than, like, in the world around?
Oh, yes, definitely during, like, the last few years. No, I completely would say that I definitely do. Because, really? Yes, because, like you're, like, most of the time, like, you're sitting there with a book, right?
Yeah,
in complete silence.
Yeah.
And then, like, even at work, right? It's like, because I'm a unit clerk, so I'm in that little, like, glass fishbowl,
right?
That's what I call it, right?
Yeah.
Alone for most of the time. And if I'm working nights, I just kind of, like, you know, it's a 12-hour shift, and you're sitting there at, like, 5 o'clock in the morning just waiting for, like, you know, time to pass. And so...
I find that I can sometimes be in a completely different world, and I have my own little, it's almost like an own little world, inner world, that that nobody else is absolutely aware of at all. But I'm running my own little drama here, and it's like very intense, and like but I guess there's so much, there's good things and bad sides about that. So, because it's in a way.
So how do you think that you're gonna apply that to teaching? Like, just because I know, like, up north, there's a whole bunch of like teachers that are teaching things that aren't their like majors. Like, there's like like one of my sister's science teacher is a math major, but she's teaching her science, right? Like,
if what I'm getting lost in is about me, it can be very self-absorbed, and it can be, I don't know, I don't find it very satisfying.
Yeah, so like people doing jobs that they don't enjoy. And that's the problem. Yeah.
That's definitely one of the things, because before I still do this, of course, but I just chase after other things, external things.
The extrinsic motivation, so like the money.
Yeah.
They're going in it for the money. They're not going in it because they enjoy the subject.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
Like physical things.
Yeah.
In order to feel content.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing more and more it doesn't have anything to do with that. Beauty in its grandeur, like the ocean, gorgeous, because it's the Mayan Riviera, and it's white sand, and it's like gorgeous, gorgeous, and it's just very hollow in a lot of aspects. And actually, I think it took me getting to that place for me to realize that there must be, that I needed to look elsewhere. Mr. Tweeden, my 11th and 12th grade math teacher, had the quadratic equation tattooed on his forearm.
Wow.
And then you get to the professors that they just love what they're talking about, and and they're like fascinated, like to the point where it's almost like, you know, like you find it endearing, because you're like, it's so cute how much you just love what you're doing.
He just loved it. He had short curly hair and glasses, like wire-rimmed glasses, and he was in his early 50s, very, very wiry kind of person. Just, I don't know, I just think of him and I just think of wires for some reason. And just very, very passionate. And really got me into math, which is totally unexpected. Just very unexpected, so.
But those are, you know, I don't think I've ever fallen asleep in like my physics class. My physics professor loves what he does.
Yeah,
He's always, you know, very enthusiastic, very, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
cool. Mm-hmm.
But with you liking math, that's almost like a mirror. Right.
They would watch this woman on television, and because she loved her job so much and she was in a state of flow, these kids were mesmerized by her. Like, they would they would watch her for hours, and like the parents, they said like my kid would never like concentrate on one thing for like that long period of time.
And we can't relate to it at all. Like, or it's like the bane of our existence. Like, you know, I'd be happy with a simple abacus. What is it called? Abacus? Oh, to count. Yeah. I don't need calculus.
But it's almost like flow could actually be contagious, or like,
I don't need calculus. I don't need physics. I'd be fine with an abacus. Why is that not sufficient for our world?
So then it's almost like the kids are like mirroring her.
I like putting together something that wasn't there before. So
is that like how it is? Like, do you think that you need to paint?
Yeah. Because like I work well under pressure.
I know, me too. I feel like I only work under pressure.
So like when I work under pressure, then I'm able to focus and I'm not thinking about other things. I'm like, oh, you know, like I could be doing this or I could be doing that, but it's just like, like I have to be doing this, and that's all I can focus on. So yeah,
it's like, it is a good thing. It helps me. It's like a pressurized steam cooker. I don't know, I find like working under pressure that I get more things done, and I'm able to focus more. Right. What about you?
You know those like cubicle things where they have the little, like, I call
the
them
dividers?
I call them horse blinders, just because that's
horse blinders.
That's what it feels like. It's just like you can only like focus on the thing that you have there.
Are you a planner? I'm a planner. Yeah. So, but this is under pressure for me, right? Because the sale's tomorrow. So I do find that that's helpful to get stuff done. Yeah. Because otherwise I get lost in the planning and never actually doing anything, which is very non-productive.
It was just really busy one day, and I was just scanning everything, and it was almost like, you know, like you almost just start doing it as if it's like it's not even like a conscious act that you're like, you know, it's not even, you're just like punching in the code, and you're just. And I didn't really realize I was doing this for like 45 minutes until a customer came up to me, and he comes like every Saturday, and I always worked every Saturday, and he's like, "What, no smile for me today?" And I was like, "Oh, I have." I was like, this is what I said to him. I was like, "I don't think I've looked up in the last half an hour." It's just been like, you like say the total, and you look like right here. Like, I didn't even look at people's faces.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I know. I've been serving coffee for how long, and it's so hard for me to actually get into a state of flow because it's not challenging for me anymore at all. Yeah. So it's like time goes by so slow, and I'm bored out of my mind, and I can't concentrate on my work because I'm thinking about other things. Like, I'm in my head. Yeah. I'm not concentrating on like the sugar and like cream and stuff like that. So then other people around me, it's like I'm serving them.
So that challenge aspect kind of pushes you to grow and lose yourself in a sense, or not lose yourself, but become so involved in in what you're doing that that you kind of enter into a different space. Yeah. Yeah. Without having to go anywhere. It's bizarre.
I'm living in my head, and then people are like saying things to me, or I mess up on an order because I'm not concentrating on their stuff. So
That's the thing with like repetitive jobs is once you know, after the first little bit, and eventually you just kind of get the repetitive action down, and it's just annoying almost.
Yeah.
I think I like variety, so even if I did this, I think over time I would find that it wouldn't be as exciting for me. But if I spend the day doing it, just kind of...
So like that's the thing, is to find something that's challenging and where you can like actually be present and in the moment. Like that's what I find that I'm like most attracted to, is because I'm living so much in my head. And then so whenever I do get into that state of mind of flow and stuff, then I become more present and with it, and I just feel like
I do get lost in time. And one day I didn't even eat. Like, and I didn't even realize I spent the whole day without eating anything.
Yeah.
Like, drinking.
Yeah.
How long has it been gone? Like what is like the longest period it's ever like gone on for you?
It was so bizarre. I wasn't even hungry. Like it was just like...
When you're in a state of flow, you're less conscious about who you are. Like you're not thinking about, oh, my hair, or I'm talking this way, or anything like that. It's more like you're really, really in tune with who you are. And
the only person I could really do that with is my sister, because I can just be completely myself there and I can forget about her. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, really, I'm just like by myself because she's not really there. Oh, it's kind of funny that way.
Just going with it, which is so neat. Yeah.
That's really cool. Never considered that.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. You just get lost. Yeah.
Yeah.